Hey, Kristen, what do you want to do today?
Let's drink every coffee in Kingston.
Good morning, Kingston, New York. Today we're drinking 15 cups of coffee. So much coffee. Maybe that's why Kingston is so woke. If you don't already know what Monkey Joe is, you're probably one of those people that we lightheartedly poke fun at on this show. Monkey Joe, well, no one calls it Monkey Joe. They call it Monkey Joe's. Monkey Joe, like Caldors, you know what I mean? Monkey Joe's is a cultural institution for Kingston. Everyone comes here because they know it's probably the best coffee in Midtown and possibly the entire city. From the people to the product, it's just divine. I mean, you don't get Curious fucking George's signature of approval if you aren't bringing legit coffee flavor. And at this time of social division in our country, and indeed our city, it's good to remind everyone that we were once apes living solitary lives up in trees, getting eaten by tigers on the forest floor until we decided to band together socially to prey on the world and take it over. Look at that coffee roasting spaceship. Coffee has many uses, but one of the best ones is to bring people together socially over a cup to discuss life, share stories, share experiences, and yes, share deliciousness, because Monkey Joe has some of the best coffee that Kingston has to offer. It's gonna be a tough cup to beat. When I think of all the awesome stuff that's happened with people wired on Monkey Joe's coffee, it's so inspiring. Saving fucking lives at Kingston Hospital, delivering babies, or just creating awesome art, music, and business. The people who made Kingston the hottest real estate in the entire country for a year, now being priced out due to an affordable housing crisis brought on by inept local city politicians who just did whatever billionaires told them they wanted to do. Give Monkey Joe 5, chill the fuck out, and drink a cup of coffee. Oh wait, that's not how coffee works. All right, you know what would make this better is some sugar. And we're not just talking about any sugar. We're talking about one of the finest forms of sugar ever, the macaron, Maroon 5, however you say it. And this place has a museum-like vibe with a lot of vintage glass, polished marble floors. It's a very classy kind of vibe, and there's a classy gal in there. And what I like to see is this: gonna fucking eat that now. We couldn't eat all of this stuff, but look, it just keeps going. Oh my God. Take a trip with us outside into the best place to put on some pounds and get a tan at the same time in Uptown Kingston. What a nice little romantic getaway in the middle of the day. And oh, that's some coffee pouring right there. It just had this beautiful look to it, but the taste was dope too. We found out it's Uptown Coffee. You know, Sweet Maresa's is more of a bakery than a coffee shop, but they didn't skimp on the coffee, and it's still one of the best cups I've had. But the maroon cold plays, these cold play cookies, they're really good. But even if you don't have a sweet tooth, this is actually a really decent cup of coffee. Top of that, everyone in that building is super friendly and super cool. We get Sweet Maresa's 5 tourists lured by an evolved biological impulse to seek sustenance of high caloric value. Uptown Coffee is the OG coffee shop in Kingston. Back when it was called Hudson Coffee Traders, it had the incredible distinction of going viral because a fucking deer crashed through the front glass. That's how awesome their coffee is. You've got wildlife running in from far outside city limits. Everybody knows the owner. Everybody knows this place, especially if you work in the courthouse across the street. And you just wrap your head around how much justice has been done wired on Uptown Coffee. Trapping all those low-level criminals in a corrupt prison and jail system so that people can profit while they have no chance of rehabilitation. Sending the mentally ill and drug-addicted into jail on the taxpayer's dime with no real effective treatment options available. Now don't get it twisted, I have immense respect for the almost impossible job that law enforcement and justice folks have to do. But sometimes I wish the clientele of this place would drink a cup of Uptown Coffee and wake the fuck up to the systemic issues going on and change from within. Rant over, the coffee here is absolutely spectacular. So's the food and so's the staff. Uptown Coffee gets 5 lawsuits that will probably be filed against me as a result of drinking too much coffee today. Our next stop is an extremely expensive rubble-filled hole, the kind of which you find all over Kingston. But we're only on our 4th cup of coffee, dude. Next, we dip into the local Artisan bakery. This aunt, if it only knew the sweetness that was just a few hundred feet away. On this nondescript corner of Broadway, you'll find a nice, clean interior with lots of shit for sale. Not just coffee and sweets, but lotions, potions, scents from the oceans, earrings, weird things. Cool place to shop in addition to eat and stuff your face with some pride cakes. Or what are those? Mixed berry. Everything here looks good in the display case. I'm having a Sweet Maresa's flashback. Give me that beautiful light coming in through the windows. I mean, the ambiance here, so sunny and delightful, and hands down the coolest red cups that we had all day. The coffee was okay. It's more of a bakery, some really delicious stuff on display. We give it 5 Kingston high school teachers eating their feelings. Rough Draft was opened in 2016 by two Brooklynites who saw Kingston and said, that's fucking awesome. We're gonna live there and open our dream business. So we're gonna hate on the gentrifiers, right? Wrong. Unlike the gentrifying wave that came after, the businesses opening artisanal, boutique, rich people shit and tourist shit, these people are a part of the community. They have pride in the community. They are integral to the community. The city we became may not look like the city Kingston once was. Is there something pretentious about milk foam art on coffee? I think there is, but it's still fucking art and it's beautiful. I'm not knocking this at all. This city wasn't always about real estate and billionaire-funded nonprofits. It used to be about creativity and community, and you need coffee like this to be creative. This is jet fuel that keeps you going into the morning. You feel like fucking Ernest Hemingway after you drank a pot. Give Rough Draft 5 writers who are probably procrastinating there right now. By now, I've lost track of how many couples moved up from Brooklyn to open locally sourced vegetarian coffee shops. Here we go with another one, and a lot like Outdated, it's a very carefully curated selection of super cool, amazing, awesome, high quality, top shelf products that I can't afford. But the coffee and the food is pretty fucking good if you ask me. Even though I find it very disturbing that they, as well as other restaurants, refer to breakfast as brekkie. I can't bring myself to say brekkie sandwich. Can't do it. If you're looking for the kind of healthy gourmet cafe you'd find on any corner in Williamsburg, these guys have done a pretty good job of bringing that flavor to Kingston. And we give it about 5 years before Kingston is a stop on the L train.
Gotta go, next coffee.
Oh my god, guys, are you ready for some really good news? The Half Moon Rondout Cafe in downtown Kingston is the shit. The donuts that are coming out of this place are like angel clouds sent from heaven, coated in cinnamon sugar, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. It's full of cool, historic, interesting shit, and if you talk to the people who own it, they're super happy, friendly people, ready to give you the whole tour of Kingston just by telling you stories, how they researched this donut recipe back to the French Revolution. The owner came out, told us all about the history. It was really awesome. We got dunked. The coffee was absurdly good. Like a babka in the sun. This was the place to be. Give it 5 tourist attractions. We'll go all the time. Not enough time to tell you all the awesome things about Sissy's. I mean, just look at the look, look at the feel, look at the colors, look at the bursting coming out of the sidewalk. This is one of the best places to eat outside, al fresco, and also the food is phenomenal. It's like part home style, but part kind of refined. All the locals know to come to Sissy's for a solid meal, solid cup of coffee, and just a wonderful environment to hang out in. Just make sure you frame out what should still be BSP. It's a great place to watch the Wall Street riffraff go back and forth.
My name's not Tristan.
Nobody is perfect, but Sissy's damn near is. We give it 5 Uptown Georges. The best fucking breakfast sandwich in Kingston is made at Dolce. Coffee's insanely good, and if you sit outside, the view's insanely good too. You get to just lord over all of the Rondout, where you can get drunk on a boat or visit a restaurant people only go to on their birthdays. The options are endless. Inside it's nice too. That's cool art. The people here are pros at making this stuff. Look at that cheese string! And our first perfect yolk. Watch out for the friendly bees.
I'm just as sweet as honey.
Every once in a while, you gotta treat yourself to the best. Dolce gets 5 modes of culinary ecstasy. If antiques and militant vegetarianism are your things, Outdated is your place. Look at all these cool vintage antiques. This is an incredible, curated collection of really cool stuff. The prices aren't even obscene, they're just slightly obscene. And it's a really cool place to just wander through, poke around, and lazily browse while the staff looks at you like, are you gonna fucking buy anything? This is basically a tourist trap. The locals that go here are a particular group of people. I mean, they've got good coffee, they've got good vegetarian food. Outdated gets 5. Oh, honey, look at this. Many locals treat Stewart's like a religion, like this is a church of diabetes or something. I don't get it. Everything that I've ever bought from Stewart's was out of desperation because I needed something to eat or drink like now. Having many flavors does not make good ice cream. Now, to be fair, Stewart's has relatively low prices, relatively good connection with the local community. I think it's just a nostalgia factor. We remember as kids getting ice cream at Stewart's and now we want more of it. It's just like classic marketing. Coffee's not great, but it doesn't suck as much as you think. I give Stewart's 5 pints of shame.
Attention, shoppers. This coffee kicks ass.
All COVID long, while we were hoarding toilet paper at the Hannaford in Kingston, we thought, what a shitty place to open a coffee shop. You gotta wear a mask inside. Finally, the masks are coming off and the lid's coming off this coffee. And if you told me that a nice cup of coffee was to be found in a fucking supermarket, I'd call you crazy. But this was actually one of the best cups we had. All that Java has other locations as well. We give it 5 grocery shoppers going the opposite way that the floor arrow is pointing. What are you doing in a music store, you might ask? Isn't this a coffee thing? Well, when we started this project, we knew we had to cover Rondout Roasting Company. It started by the guy who owns Planet Woodstock. Live music was dead during COVID. What do? You start a roasting company. We wouldn't have gone this far out of our way to drink some coffee if we didn't think it was damn good. Everyone raves about it. Every other week at the Kingston Farmers Market, you can get it, and it lives up to the hype 100%. Give Rondout Roasting Company 5. Are you ready to rock? Top choice of capitalist wage slaves everywhere. You can get really depressed looking at how long the line is for Dunkin Donuts in any location. This quote, food and drink, unquote, has been industrially engineered to appeal to your taste buds with total disregard for the destruction it causes your body. The number of people carrying around 24-ounce IV bags of coffee, cream, and sugar might single-handedly destroy the social security system. 5 vials of $250 insulin. What the fuck is wrong with you people? You're in this line, you either don't know how money works or have too much to care. If we keep patronizing businesses like this, our whole fucking system's gonna go to shit. What don't you understand? We have no affordable healthcare. We're losing our free speech to big tech. Billionaires are in control of Kingston and the whole fucking world. We're all gonna die. 5 human-engineered lab-leaked pandemics.